How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to the Season 3 finale of The Mandalorian. This episode is titled The Return. In our last episode, funnily enough, we did have a return of Moff Gideon. So maybe last episode should have been called The Return. But yeah, Moff Gideon returned and he looked fucking insane with his Beskar armor and his helmet too. But yeah, most of the episode was just kind of focused on the Mandalorians, getting to Mandalore, scouting it out, making sure it's all safe. They met other Mandalorians that are there, or that have been on the planet since the Purge. And I assume that might be connected to like the spy stuff. I don't know though. Because it didn't really play a role. It wasn't like suspicious. But there was a weird, ominous feeling with the armor going back up into the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like, why were they showing that? There has to be a reason they showed that. But yeah, on our scouting mission on Mandalore, Paz Vizsla and Axe fought each other. Because obviously, like, the differences between both clans. And Din basically followed Bo-Katan. She was like the leader for last episode in a way. And then we got ambushed. After a giant creature attacked on the surface, then we went into the Great Forge area, which is where Moff Gideon is. He's been on Mandalore the whole time. But yeah, it was all a trap. Din has been captured, and sadly we lost Paz Vizsla. Because Praetorian guards, 3 of them, kept on stabbing him. But it was a noble sacrifice, I think. It delayed them, like the troopers. It gave the Mandalorians time to get out of there. This goes to Paz Vizsla. This is the way. He went out like a badass, let's be honest. It just kind of sucks because his kid's like on his own now. And we also had Grogu getting IG-11's body, or IG-12 as it's called now, which was funny. He kept replying with like, yes, no. And we also had some interesting like shadow council at the beginning of last episode with Pelion, who of course, if you've read the Heir to the Empire books, he's like Thrawn's right-hand man in a way, at least from memory. And you have like Hux was mentioned, like Hux's father was in that shadow council. And I also have a strange suspicion that the things in them like tanks are Gideon's clones. Because he said something last episode that was kind of sus. I think he said something along the lines of like, the thing that makes the Dark Troopers better is me, or something like that, right? So, I have a feeling he's probably cloned himself. I mean, he was working on some clone technology last season with Pershing, so... And it would make sense he wants to wipe his memory so Pershing doesn't expose what Gideon was up to. But yeah, I'm super excited to get into this finale. Even though this season's been a little bit iffy, I've had fun with it, you know? Because it's always a great time watching Star Wars content, even though some of it might not be great. It's part of my childhood, you know? But I'm a little bit worried about this episode due to the runtime. It's a little bit short for a finale, just saying. But hopefully I'm wrong and everything works out well. I don't know, though. This has happened a few times with recent shows I've been watching where they've not had enough time to, like, finish the story arc because they've rushed it. We'll see, though. Yeah, I mean, that about sums it all up. So let's stop dilly-dallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking finale.
I shall deal with our Mandalorian friends.
We have to see Paz die again. God damn it. God damn it.
Come in.
Ass?
Use the capital ship as a decoy. We can't beat them in the air. We have to beat them on the ground.
How's he gonna get through that? He's gonna die. They don't care. Wait, really? 2 guards? Jesus. Snap his neck. Oh.
No.
What? Grogu?
No.
Really? Oh, so that didn't do anything. Stop.
Help me up. Will you cut me loose? Yes.
For fuck's sake.
If we don't take out Moff Gideon, this will never end.
That was the easiest escape I've ever seen, which gets me worried. Because it's going to feel very rushed.
If we escape to the surface, I know where we can hold up. Let's go this way!
What about that, like, beast on the surface? Oh, my comment. Finally!
Sir, the fighters and bombers have launched.
Okay, so they're not clones.
But the Mandalorian
What, he's got a tracker on him?
I'll take care of him
Oh.
myself.
Jesus. I'll do it myself. Fucking Thanos.
Come in, R5.
What is he doing?
Buddy, sorry I don't speak binary. I'm counting on you.
He's got to prove himself. Don't die. Oh. Mouse droid.
R5, how are those schematics coming? Communications log says that's where he operates from.
Yeah, but he's coming for you. Oh, wow. Axe made it.
Load the gauntlets and send all available troops down as reinforcements. Load everyone onto the dropships.
Where is Axe sacrificing himself? Wow. Yeah. Is Axe gonna die? The captain goes down with his ship. Oh, alright. I thought there was going to be like a tense moment there, but we just cut to this. There's no way they're just stood there, not doing anything.
I'm gonna need you to deactivate them one at a time.
He's gonna deactivate all of them. The mouse droid is gonna come back and he's gonna panic. Nice. Oh, the knife is gone. God damn it. Why is Din suddenly good at fighting again? Like what? Where was this? A few episodes ago. What the fuck? Oh. Well, I thought that would have like burned him. I guess not. I knew it. He's gonna panic. Nice. Easy.
Good job, buddy.
Well, one of them droids fell. Where's Gideon? Didn't Gideon literally leave this room? Where is he? What is it? Oh. Clones. How the fuck? He's cloned himself? He's gonna keep coming back. Wait, they all waking up? Alright. Well, that didn't matter. What was the point of that?
We've taken refuge in these surface caves since the purge.
Life exists.
Do you live here?
I mean, they literally said we take refuge here.
I've only ever seen gardens in the domed cities.
Your reinforcements have arrived.
Alright, well, the armor's here. I guess she's not a spy. I'm sorry.
Let's take back our planet.
Why does everything feel... Why does everything feel like so easy? Oh shit, the armor's getting in on the action. Lovely. That was a nice shot. I like that. Whoa! This is for Paz, dude. Come on. The hammer. That was weird. Oh! They look like PS2 animations, not gonna lie. But it's fine. Where the fuck is Moff Gideon? He left this room to go hunt Din. And we haven't seen him. He led him into here? I guess.
My clones, the best parts of me, but improve the Force.
Oh! Why would he take his helmet off? I mean, he's got like a power suit on. Oh. Jesus. What is this Elden Ring music? That Beskar is literally plot armor.
No.
He's angry. Jesus, Gideon. So, Gideon got what he needed from Grogu then, I guess. Where's Axe? What's he doing? Is he still holding off the TIE bombers and shit? This music. He's laughing. The fuck? How's his cape not burning? He's gonna take his helmet off. Oh,
I've got this. Go save your kid.
your kid.
What's it gonna be this time? Surrender?
What? Where was that before? He's a purge trooper now. Jesus. Oh no! Can Grogu have literally just used the Force? Well, there you go. Jesus. I can't believe this. Like, he's just winning. After what happened to Paz last episode, like, these are treated like a joke. Like, come on. Like, it makes you question how Paz died.
You did good, kid.
Like, they showed how threatening they are, but they didn't do anything. Oh, shit. Well, there's Axe.
Hand over the Darksaber, and I'll give you a warrior's death.
Why do you still want the Darksaber? How's she getting beaten? Oh. What? Isn't it made of Beskar? The fuck?
The Darksaber is gone.
Why did you want it then? Just to do that?
Mandalorians are weak once they lose their trinkets.
Alright, he got out. Nice. Jesus. That's a nice shot. Oh. What? The combo. He's not dead. Fuck off. In that power suit? Behave. That's cool. That's like season 1. Force shield. Yeah. Go sleep. Really, Gideon's just gone? Like, what? That was the most unsatisfying conclusion to that. Oh yeah, the Mythosaur too. Like, what's going on with that? Or is it the, like, funeral, I guess, for Paz?
This is the way.
This is the way. Every episode.
Grogu is my apprentice.
Hmm.
He is no longer a foundling. If his parent gave permission, couldn't he then become a Mandalorian apprentice?
And his parents are far from here.
Let me adopt him.
Then I will adopt him as my own.
Hmm.
This
Is the way.
is the way.
Every episode. I fucking love it.
Din Djarin is accepting this foundling as his son.
You are now Din Grogu.
What? Why not Grogu Djarin? Does that mean it's Fat Boba? Like, what?
Take your apprentice on his journeys, just as your teacher did for you.
Is he gonna see the Mythosaur? There it is. Really? Is that it? Oh yes, the armor is heaven here with the Great Forge. And now she's the ruler of Mandalore. Again. Oh, they're doing this. Wait, where's Din going? Oh! The Rebel base? Well, New Republic base. I heard Dave Filoni. There he is.
We really appreciate what you did.
Look how far he's come. He's jumping about.
Your kid sure likes to try.
IG-11.
It's not him, kid. I'm a bounty hunter by trade. Now that he's with me, you don't have the resources to protect the Outer Rim.
Ah. So I'll do it for you.
You want to work for the New Republic.
That's a big, big change.
An independent contractor. What I want in return is that.
They're gonna try and fix IG-11?
Lay low with your new family if you choose so. Between adventures.
Wait, so Din's not staying on Mandalore?
Din Grogu.
Din Grogu? Why is
And
it Din Grogu? IG-11!
Your new marshal. Your new marshal of Navarre.
Look at that house. Reminds me of Luke's home. Oh my god, the frogs. Don't eat it. You menace. What? The fuck was that? Wait, that was it? I'm kind of mixed on that finale. Like, some of it was nice, but some of it was kind of like that's it. You know what I mean? Like, there's not more to that. Like, for example, like the clone stuff with Moff Gideon, that didn't do anything at all. The Mythosaur really didn't play a role in the episode. The Darksaber's been destroyed randomly, making the Beskar spear being melted pointless as fuck, but whatever. I just feel like the season as a whole was kind of just there. You know what I mean? Like, we're back to square one. Grogu and Din are together again. Bo-Katan is the ruler of Mandalore again. Moff Gideon's been defeated again. You know, like, there's not much that's progressed, really. We're just back to square one. I guess the only thing that's progressed is just the relationship between Din and Grogu. But I feel like it was already kind of at that point, you know? I feel like this season as a whole, especially that ending, would have worked so much better if Din and Grogu didn't reunite in Book of Boba Fett. Like, you would have had the beginning of this season focusing on Din without Grogu, right? And then you could have had, like, Luke training Grogu too, right? They reunite towards the end of the season, and then Mando adopts him. Because it would have been very different in contrast to the beginning of the season, where he's trying to find himself without Grogu and he doesn't know what to do with himself, right? Din. And then he adopts Grogu at the end of the season for a nice little, like, chapter close. Like, it would have been more satisfying of a reunion compared to, like, 2 episodes, really, in Book of Boba Fett. I don't know. And I'm just going to be honest, I genuinely believe Book of Boba Fett ruined this season. You know this wasn't the plan for this season. Like, the focus on Bo-Katan, like, nah. They were 100% meant to focus on, like, Grogu being trained by Luke and Din trying to find himself in the galaxy and doing, like, bounty hunting and stuff. And, of course, like, redeeming himself in the wars. Which technically doesn't mean shit anymore, because, like, the Mandalorians can now take off their helmets anyway, so whatever. Unless it's only, like, the Night Owls that can take off their helmets and not, like, the Children of the Watch. There was no, like, memorial for Paz at all. Like, honouring his legacy and, like, how he sacrificed himself. Which, I don't like how they did that this episode with, you know, last episode we had Paz go out like that with the Praetorian Guards, just for the guards to be treated like shit this episode. I'm weak as fuck. I don't know, I just feel like the moment Din got saved at the beginning of the episode, I was thinking, like, this is going to be rushed. And it was. Like, Moff Gideon's dead, I think. I mean, I don't believe that for a minute. There's no way his Beskar power suit didn't save him from getting burned. But I guess it is an engine blowing up. It's very intense, I assume. There has to be, like, a surviving clone, right? Somewhere. No, like, set up a throne for Ahsoka or anything like that. I mean, it doesn't, like... I mean, it's not like we need it, but... Still. In a weird way, though, the things they did in this episode did kind of feel like a series finale. You know? It's just certain things were rushed. It just makes you question, like, what was the general idea for this season? Because it was all over the place, let's be honest. Like, 6 was random as fuck. 7 was, like, tragic in a way, but it was a little bit rushed. And then this episode was like, heroes win. The end. Like, what? I was expecting, like, some kind of tragedy, and I kind of would have preferred that, honestly. Like a big loss. I mean, they can't do that with Star Wars, right? It's not like Empire Strikes Back isn't the best film where the heroes lose. Never happens anymore, though. Other than maybe Bad Batch. Which I'll say, Bad Batch's finale was better than this. Because, like, this wasn't satisfying. Like, Moff Gideon comes back just to die. It's like, alright. The clone stuff was interesting, and then it just immediately gets taken out of the equation. The dark saber was destroyed, even though it's made out of Beskar. Like, I assume it can be destroyed by, like, just a little crush. But to be fair, it probably is better that it has been destroyed, because the dark saber has caused a lot of bad things to happen in Mandalore history. So, I guess Mandalore's just better without the dark saber. Or we could repair it. I could definitely see them taking a break from Mandalorian for a bit now. Like, we're going to have the Ahsoka show, Skeleton Crew, and the movie, right? And then we can have season 4 of Mandalorian. Because, like, even in this episode, it was like, we need to end this once and for all. You know, we need to beat Gideon. And that was kind of like the whole gist of, like, the show. Beating Gideon. I guess, not really, though. It was more about getting Grogu to the Jedi. Which happened last season. And then it was undone like that. Also, what happened to Moff Gideon's mustache? Maybe that was a clone of him. And he just didn't know it. But he didn't have the Force. See, that would have been so fucking interesting. Why didn't they do that? I can't believe Moff Gideon's dead. There's no way they'd bring him back just to kill him off like that. It's just very convenient that he was on Mandalore of all planets. The planet that was the focus of the season. So if Gideon is dead, right, there's no clone of him out there or whatever, then I enjoyed his character. Like, especially since he was an original character, right? I don't think he was in Legends. But it would make sense that they get rid of Gideon to prepare us for Thrawn. It's just, I wish it was handled better. Like, I wish Gideon came back a few episodes earlier instead of last episode and then he's dead. Also, last episode, how did Kane get that information about the Mandalorians? From that one pirate that escaped? This season had so much potential to be, like, really good. Like, focusing on Mandalore and stuff, and then it just didn't deliver. It makes you realise, like, oh, the reason the show worked was because it was Grogu and Din on adventures. Maybe we should go back to that, you know? That's why I feel like the ending was. It's like, okay, yeah, we might have fucked up with looking at the grander scope of things. We'll take it back to Season 1. Season 1 just had a very different vibe overall. Like, Season 2 was cameo, fan service, which was great. Like, Boba returning was amazing. Like, we wasted all that time with the Darksaber and explaining the technicalities of why Bo-Katan deserves it, just for it to be destroyed. Like, what the fuck? I'm just more surprised there was no, like, tease of what's to come, other than, like, Din working with the New Republic, which could kind of go into Ahsoka, to be fair. Like, Ahsoka needs, like, a contractor, and then Din comes. Din didn't remove his helmet once this season. I'm happy about that. I'm glad, because it's like, I like that about the show, that we didn't see his face. But it's also like, I assume because Pedro wasn't as involved in this season. But I swear I've seen, like, people say that he was on set. So I don't know. It's just like, I don't think this finale was, like, bad. But it was just hurt by the pacing, to be honest. Like, a lot of it just didn't work well with, like, how that last episode ended, you know? It's a shame, too, because, like, Mandalorian's been, like, the best part of Star Wars. And this season's kind of been a miss, I feel like. Especially coming off of Book of Boba Fett, which was also a big miss. Also, did Grogu connect with the Mythosaur? Because he kind of looked down at the living waters and then the Mythosaur woke up. Did they repair the floor caving in? You don't want someone to, like, walk forward and just fall down. I'm still trying to get my head around how the fuck did Gideon destroy the Darksaber? He just crushed it. Like, if you could crush the Darksaber, which is made of Beskar, you can't crush Bo-Katan's head. Like, what? Maybe my expectations killed this episode, but it's also like, I mean, can you blame me? The way last episode ended, it was like, holy fuck, shit's about to go down. And then you have this, and it's just like, oh, everything's just working out. Let me go back to the beginning of the episode. Why did they only have 2 guards guarding Din? That makes no sense. They took them, what, how many had to take him down? Like 6 or 7? And they had 2 escort him? Like, what? So apparently the spy stuff is like a big biblical term. Moses sent a team of scouts ahead to the promised land to make sure it is safe to go. Granted, though, I never had, like, huge faith in the spy stuff. I just found it, like, coincidental that the armourer left just before shit went down. But I'm sorry, I was wrong, the armourer's good. Or is she? Da-da-da. But yeah, overall, I thought the episode was fine. Like, I don't think it was the worst shit I've ever seen, it just was rushed. You know, and didn't feel like a super satisfying ending. But at the same time, it also kind of felt like a series finale. But it's definitely set up for Din and Grogu to come back for more adventures. And obviously we have that tease of Thrawn, you know. Also, what happened to all the TIE fighters that took down the capital ship? They just kind of vanished. And Kane, weirdly enough, didn't play a big role this episode. Like, we didn't go back to her or even Pershing to see what, you know, has happened to him. Because then it makes the Pershing episode that we had earlier on in the season, which was like an hour long, it doesn't age well, because we don't go back to that at any point in the season, really. Like, we've seen Kane a few times, but other than that, not much, you know. I think a lot of my issues just come down to straight runtime. Like, if the episode was longer, I think everything would have worked out much better. But yeah, I mean, that basically wraps up my shitty review. As for reactions, the next one will be Fear the Walking Dead. For Star Wars fans, obviously, we've got to wait a little bit, because Ahsoka is in August, which I'm looking forward to, because it's basically a sequel to Rebels, in a way. I think there's also Star Wars Visions, But I'm not going to react to that. It's an anthology show. The episodes are like 15 minutes. It's really not worth it. But yeah, I'm also curious to see if there's any news with like Mandalorian. I think season 4 might have been confirmed. I'm not too sure though. I'll have to check after this. But yeah, that about sums it all up. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.